Today's presentation is brought to you by the United States Air Force, covering chemical, biological, and radiological nuclear training, and how to place the equipment on and how to utilize it properly. Today's demonstration is also in coordination and in accordance with Air Education Training Command and the guidelines that they provide across the whole United States Air Force as far as training and mission readiness. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear training, also known as CBRN training, is vital to all mission readiness for deployed members of the United States military and civilian partners as well. This training is very important to our mission and our mission needs. The biggest guideline used for today's training is going to be the Airman's Manual, which is initially issued across basic military training and updated accordingly throughout the years for updated information pertaining to CBRN training and other readiness training. With the Airman's Manual, many tactics, techniques, and guidelines are provided in order to ensure the survival of all military members that are in deployed locations, in this case, CBRN locations. Along with how to put the equipment on, it's very important that before we start this training and before members start being trained in this demonstration, that individuals that you'll see in this training in an instructional video review all the guidelines needed for chemical, biological, and radiological and nuclear training. This is important to ensure chemical defense in case of emergencies, both foreign and domestic, following specific guidelines that pertain to the climate, the atmosphere, for pre- and post-response procedures that ensure their safety and protection of all other members within their unit, their team, or within their organization. With that being all said, the first step the individuals are going to do is review the guidelines for CBRN in accordance with the Force Health Protection, which includes the hazards and the risks and everything else that pertains to what they need to know in order to be prepared, put the equipment on, and prepare themselves for protection in a chemical environment. Once they do that, they'll begin to start doing an inventory on their equipment, examining it to ensure that it's serviceable, and then they'll begin the procedures of putting it on. This is practiced throughout time. Before they put the equipment on, and part of the review instructions, in accordance with the Airman's Manuals, they can also take a pre-survey exam and a post-survey exam to ensure that they gain enough knowledge, not just with putting equipment on, but also with nomenclature, terminology, and the things that are required for them to ensure their protection should an emergency, a CBRN emergency for that matter, occur. The various pieces of equipment are also ensure protection, ranging from masks, protective vests, helmets, as well as other clothing items. One of the main items that's going to be used to protect themselves is going to be their N50 mask, which contains filters and lens pieces, and also just material in general that's to protect their face, as well as trousers, a coat to prevent chemical detection and chemical contamination from them. All these items will be used to be during this demonstration, how to put them on properly. Gloves as well are included as well, from different variations, from cotton gloves and also butyl rubber gloves. First, they're going to put the equipment on, and once it is on, they'll be doing something called buddy check. So you see the demonstration in front of this image. We're going to check to make sure it's a good seal and to make sure all equipment items are placed on properly and there's no detection of unknown chemicals. They'll be tested on the speed response of how to put the mask on when alarm is called for a chemical attack. They'll have 9 seconds to place their mask on and be timed accordingly. It is vital that members that are going to be deployed to chemical-based environments or just in general are well-versed and well-knowledgeable on all items pertaining to CBRN equipment. Again, as it says in the slide, expect the unexpected in all cases. This is all for readiness and preparation. The steps are very simple. However, they must be done in appropriate time to ensure the protection of all. Thank you for watching this presentation, an instructional and procedural video on the CBRN equipment. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you all for your time, and stay safe out there.